Hi friends, once again we came for this class of class 7 social studies, landmark, and lesson 2 and new kingdom part 3. Two part we already completed and we are going to be getting the third particular part, and also two topic we are going to deal with today, the Rashtrakutas and the Chahamanas. These two different topics we are going to discuss today. From the history part, topic is the new kingdom. That's the title of this lesson, lesson 2. Okay, so there are few topics we completed earlier. We learned about the Rajput and the origins and the rivalry between the regional powers, the Gujara Putharas, the Palas. These are the topics we covered by 2 episodes. Now the third episode we are going to deal with the new topic, that's for the Rashtrakutas. Listen me carefully, and I welcome once again for the online class of Kerala Public School. Okay, the Rashtrakutas. So here, the Rashtrakutas, the word, we can understand that two different words joined together, they cling together and made a new word, that's called Rashtrakutas. And Rashtrakuta, that's mainly means Rashtra and Kutta. Two different words. Okay? And that means Rashtra means territory, and the Kutta means chieftain. Okay. These are the two different terms. They are linked together, and the Rashtrakuta, the main word Rashtrakuta king. Okay? The Rashtra means the territory, and the Kutta means chieftain. Okay? A chief person. So that's the understanding. We are learning about the Rashtrakuta, the term. And this word comes from the Sanskrit word. The Rashtrakuta, this word comes from the Sanskrit word Rashtrakuta, territories and chieftain. Okay. Now, the Rashtrakutas were the chieftain in the central India before the independence. Okay. Before the independence, these people, they belongs to the central India. And there was the prominence under the Dandi Durga, the founder of the dynasty. Okay. And this founder of this dynasty is called Dandi Durga. On 752 to 56 centuries. Okay. So he's the maybe the Rashtrakuta, the dynasty's founder's name is Dandi Durga. Okay. And maybe 752 to 756 centuries. And we can understand that he was defeated by the Chalukyas of Badami. Okay. And Rashtrakutas, the founder is called Dandi Durga. At the time 752 to 56 centuries, and they defeated by the Chalukyas. Okay. So the roster of prominence. This Rashtrakuta became prominent under the Dandi Durga, the founder of the dynasty, by defeating the Chalukyas. The Chalukyas are defeated by the Chahamanas, then they became the prominent. That's the clear information. Okay? And they were the rulers unable for the administrators and the great warriors. So when we learning about the history of this Rashtrakutas, they were great warriors. They were great warriors and administrators. Okay? There are two different qualities of these Rashtrakutas. Mainly they are very good warriors. Okay? And for the fighting all the different type of tricks, they are knowing well, and they are able to use these different type of tricks for their own. When they fight with other people, their own enemies. So they are able to administrate. There are so many people are there, kingdoms are there, and they are unable to maybe administrate their own kingdom. That's their own one of the failure for so many kingdoms. They became ended because of the main reason that they are unable to administrate properly. You know that if a family, maybe father, mother and children are there, if husband and wife, others the husband, others the father, he must administrate properly. Then only maybe the family can survive. You know, the same way, a particular region, a dynasty, the kings must be a very good administrator. That's very important thing. So, when we learning about the Rashtrakutas, these people are very skilled warriors. At the same time, there are very good administrators. These are two information mainly we are getting in the history about the Rashtrakutas, these people. Okay, and the invisible armies of overran the territories of the King Governor to Kanuj, or from Banaras to Baro. You know that we already informed you that they are very good warriors, administrators, and there maybe the militaries or armies are, we are able to see the Charan of Komron to Kanuj. Okay, maybe Komron to Kanuj. Kanuj, and maybe Banaras to Baruk. Okay, so they are very good warriors, and we are able to see the visible their armies in maybe the Komron to the Kanuj, and Banaras to the Baruk. These are the areas we are able to their armies. They are spotted here and there. They are scattered here and there to look after their own country, and they are just to observe their own, maybe observe their own territory, maybe to protect their own territory. They are just scattered here and there, and that was the very good administration of this Rashtrakutas. And when we are going ahead, we can start. There were several capitals are there. So many places they have made their own capitals. It was a vast territory, and the royal capital was located at Malkat or Maneketa. Okay, their main Maneketa in Gulbarga. This place they made their own capital. So these people, Rashtrakutas, made so many capital here and there. The main capital they have made in Maneketa in Gulbarga. That information we are getting. So many capitals are there. This is the main capital for this Rashtrakutas. And you know that by the end of this 10th century, the power of the Rashtrakutas declined. Okay, you know that the 10th century, when they reached to 10th century, okay, 10th century, their power almost going to be declined. Okay, because up to that time they are very good warriors, they are very good administrators, and maybe their militaries are visible all over the maybe their own territories, and they are looked after their own territory very well. But everything is there. They have made so many capitals are there. Main capital they have made in Maneketa and Gulbarga. Everything is there. But when we are learning about these people, around 10th centuries, almost their power became declined. Okay, and you know that this power became declined maybe the 10th centuries, and by the end of the 10th century, the power of the Rashtrakutas declined, and they built beautiful temples in Kailasa temple in Ellora. Okay, 10th century their power became declined. At the same time, they have made so many very building temples are there in Ellora. Okay, they have made a very good temple in Ellora. When they have the power, that time they have made a very good temple, beautiful temple in Ellora. And the temples on Elephant Caves near Maliboi were also made by them. And another thing they have made is the Elephanta Caves. Okay, and so many pictures are there regarding about the Aron dynasties, and that culture and everything mentioned the Elephant Cave. They mentioned so many pictures, diagrams are there, everything made with the Rashtrakutas. In the before the 10th century, when they reached to 10th century, their power became decreased. About that, we are getting the information. These are the information regarding about this Rashtrakutas. Okay, I hope that you understand about the Rashtrakutas. Maybe that these people at the time also I explained 752 to 56 centuries, and maybe the founder of this Rashtrakutas is called Dandi Durga. This information we already given. So 10th centuries, their power almost became over. Now we have to learn the second topic, that is mainly talking about this Chahamanas. Okay, now you have to go for the another topic that is called the Chahamanas. Chahamanas, when we learn about these people, or Chauhans, originally came from Amber and Rajasthan. These people mainly came from Amber in Rajasthan. AMBER, Amber in Rajasthan. We learned maybe the Rashodas, maybe they were in Central India only, but we learned about the Shahamanas, otherwise the Chauhans. These people mainly from the Amber in Rajasthan. One of the states now we are familiar with our state, that's called Rajasthan. So these people, Chahamanas, otherwise the Chauhans are there. They are the inhabitants of this, especially the Rajasthan. They lived in the Rajasthan many times. And we are getting information about they are just like the masses of the Pratiharas. You know that Pratihara means one of another dynasty, just like the Chahamanas, otherwise Chauhan or Rashodas, and another dynasty is called Pratiharas. These maybe Chahamanas, otherwise Chauhans are the vassals. Okay, vassals of the Chahamanas, vassals of the Pratiharas. Okay, and what do you mean by vassals? Okay, this term is maybe you are unable to familiar. You are not at all familiar with this word. Maybe the Pratiharas, another dynasty, and this Ambur, otherwise the Chahamanas, the Chauhans are belongs to the vassals of this Pratiharas, because this dynasty was going on, and maybe there are some people they are just joined to and helping give the Pratiharas dynasty and loyal to the Pratihara dynasty, and maybe the Pratihara's king are giving some just like a gift for people, those who are helping, those who are loyal to their own dynasties. Okay, so maybe the vassals are got so many land and everything by the Pratiharas, because these vassals, because the Chauhans are there always working with the Pratiharas. Okay, and Chauhans are there loyal to the Pratiharas. That purpose only, as a reward, Pratiharas has given so many lands for the vassals. Okay, otherwise for the Chauhan. So automatically Chauhan also got enough land by the help of the Pratiharas. Are you clear what I am saying? Now we can understand that Chauhan accepted glory under Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, so these people also got so many land. Chauhans also got land from the Pratiharas as a gift because they were loyal to the Pratiharas. Okay, and that is called that's the term is called vassals. So now these people also got enough land, and automatically they have land and everything. They also try to form their own dynasty. So, but in we can understand that this one in 11th and 12th century, Chauhans dominated in Delhi and Ajmer. Okay, so they became the vassal. They got enough land. Now later they Delhi and Ajmer. Okay, they were dominated. How they dominated? Because they got the help from the Pratiharas and land and everything. So they tried to form their own dynasty in the 11th and 12th centuries, and they tried to dominate in Delhi and Ajmer with the help of this maybe the Pratihara, because they got enough help from the Pratiharas. And Chauhans achieved glory under the Prithviraj. Okay, Chauhan dynasty became the glory under the leadership of Prithviraj. Okay. Under the leadership of the Prithviraj Chauhan, they became the great glory. Which people? Mainly we are talking about the Chahamanas, otherwise the Chauhans. And in maybe 1169 to 92 centuries, okay, in these centuries, 1169 to 1192 centuries, they became the great by under the leadership of Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, now he was the last Rajput king, and when we learning about this this person, and here Prithviraj Chauhan, he was the last king of their own dynasty, and his kingdom included much in present day Rajasthan, Haryana, part of UP and Punjab. And this Prithviraj Chauhan, his dynasty belongs to the a few states of India, that's Rajasthan, Haryana, there are some parts of UP and Punjab. Okay, these are the areas of this Chahamanas, otherwise Chauhan. Maybe there are the states of Rajasthan, Haryana. There are some parts of UP and Punjab. These are the total areas was the dynasties of the Chahamanas, otherwise the Chauhans. Okay, under the leadership of Prithviraj Chauhan, 1162, 92 centuries. Okay, they become in glory, the highest glory by the leadership of Prithviraj Chauhan. And you know that in 1191 centuries, Sultan Muhammad of Ghor, okay, 11 centuries. One person, his name is Sultan Muhammad Ghor. Okay. On 11th century, others 91 centuries, one of the persons, his name is Sultan Muhammad Ghor, in a distance in the present day of Afghanistan, invaded Punjab through the Khyber Pass. You know that the Chauhans was maybe in the highest glory the time of Prithviraj Chauhan. At that time, another person, and his name is Sultan Muhammad of Ghor, on 11 and 91 centuries. In the present distance, we can understand that's of Afghanistan, and invaded Punjab through the Khyber Pass. This man, he invaded maybe the Chahamanas. Okay, and he is not from India. Now the present Afghanistan is there. The same place he came. A Muhammad Ghor came to this Chahamanas dynasty from the Afghanistan, and he invaded through the Khyber Pass. And Prithviraj's huge army rushed to the defense of the frontier, and two armies met at Charan, at the present day Haryana. Now Muhammad and his team failed. You know that the frontier was taking place, and maybe the Charan of the Punjab. We can understand that this person came from the Afghanistan, and maybe the frontier was going on maybe the Charan of the Punjab, and with the first maybe the battle, this Prithviraj Chauhan, he became failed. Okay, maybe he came from the Afghanistan, and there was a frontier was going on with the Chauhans, and there was a Prithviraj and maybe Muhammad, his own team, and maybe the first attempt, maybe the Prithviraj Chauhan became failed. And we can understand that again, at the present day of Haryana, now Muhammad and his team failed. The first time the Muhammad became the failed. Okay, and secondly, maybe the Muhammad Ghor, he went back his own Afghanistan, and he maybe made strong for their own army and their own warriors. Then he came back again to fight with this Prithviraj Chauhan. Okay, you understand what I am saying? First time the maybe Charan in Punjab, that war was taking place. Maybe the Chauhan, Muhammad Ghor became failed, and he went back to his own respective places, and he made a form of his own military more stronger than earlier. Then he came back and fought with the Prithviraj Chauhan, and after the second war of the Punjab Charan, maybe the Prithviraj became completely failed. Okay, the second war, the Prithviraj Chauhan became utterly failure, and his dynasty completely over. Okay, that information we are getting from the history. So in 1192, Muhammad assembled his troops and crossed again the second battle of Charan. This time Prithviraj was defeated. He was taken prisoners and be killed. Okay, here we are getting information that maybe the first one, maybe Muhammad failed. He went back and make his own military very strong, and he came back again and fought with this Prithviraj Chauhan. Now the second time Prithviraj became failed, and he was captured. Okay, he was defeated and captured as a prisoner. Okay, and we can understand that he was the great leader of this Chahamanas of the Chauhan dynasty. His over means his dynasty also became over. So this is the way maybe the Chahamanas dynasty became to the end. Okay, so the first dynasty, the Rashtrakutas, we got all information, and the second we discussed right now, there were Chahamanas and there was the Chauhans. This dynasty also became over, and because the invasion of the Sultan Muhammad Ghor. He is from Afghanistan. Okay, this is the clear information we are getting from the history. So I hope that you will read again and again these portions Rest of the topic we will discuss by next class, next episode. Then fourth episode we will deal with the rest of the topic. Till then, bye. Then God bless you all.